Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning, everybody. It's that time again. It's time for another empowerment climb. I'm of drlacey.com, and I'm so excited that you're here on today. And as you are chiming in, I'm going to encourage you to go ahead and invite your fellow lady leaders. Go ahead, and the hashtag for the day is Dr. Lacey Live. And again, that's LACI. And I'm going to get our friends going here on Instagram as today. Yay. And I don't know what's going on with my screen. I can't see myself. So hopefully you all can see me. If you're on Instagram, go ahead and let me know that you can see me, because I don't know what's happening with the screen today. Give me 1 minute. Oh, the joys of technology. It's great when it works, right? Okay, and remember, if you are, okay, thank you for letting me know, Ayana, I appreciate it. Oops. All right, and I'm going to post this, and okay, and again, now that I've moved it over here, please let me know that you can definitely see me, because I can't see myself. I don't know what's going on with that. But again, I'm really excited that you're here today. I am so excited to be able to share today's topic with you. As you know, all this month, we are talking about vision and vision inspired purpose specifically. And it's really interesting because as we're talking about vision and as you're coming in, please, jot me a note down below. Let me know where you're logging in from. Excuse me, are you local? Are you right here in Milwaukee? Are you down the street? Are you across the country? I'd love to know where you're logging in from, and use the hashtag Dr. Lacey Live, because I am having a giveaway yet again today. But you have to stay to the end to find out exactly what that giveaway is. All right. So as I was mentioning, when we collaborate as a team, the team is always greater than the individual parts. Have you heard that before? The sum is greater than the individual parts. However, sometimes, unfortunately, when we are communicating and collaborating as a team, and especially you as a leader with your vision, the vision can sometimes get lost. And the thing about an effective vision is effective vision connects to shared collaboration. And that brings about a category of distributing ideas, a category of change, a category of success. So it's time to be fierce. It's time to tap into the hustle, right? As they say. And it's really time to leave competition in the dust. Unfortunately, especially for female leaders, there are some instances in which we can be trapped in a sense of competition. But it's time to leave competition in the dust. Why? Because we're effective leaders. We are effective collaborative leaders. And we're leaving mediocrity in 2017. It's 2018. And we're deciding to use the right tools instead. So today's topic is all about connecting vision and collaboration for the win as leaders. Connecting vision and collaboration for the win as leaders. Hey, Lisa, I see you're hopping on there in Facebook. Thanks so much for joining this morning. Can you type that down below for me? Connecting for the win. Connecting for the win. That's our whole goal today. It's for the win, for the win, for the win. So how do we do that? In 4 simple steps, I'm going to teach you how you actually connect your vision as a leader for the win. Well, step number 1, say I do to the engagement. Say I do to the engagement. So for those of you who are married on the line here, I'm sure you remember that day when you were proposed to, or perhaps you made the proposal, and how excited you felt when they said yes to the proposal of engagement. Research supports that engaged employees are more likely to agree on the vision. Makes perfect sense. If I'm in alignment with where you are and what you're thinking about, I'm going to be more likely to also be engaged and agree with that vision too. It's somewhat kind of like a chicken or an egg thing though. We're not 100% sure, and it's not really clear which comes first. Does the agreement, the I do, come first, or does the engagement? Regardless, both help to actually generate movement in a focused direction for you as the staff person. Both help to generate movement in a focused direction. Focused direction. Do you hear what I'm saying here? That's what you have to be really clear. It connects back to last week about big thinking, but being big in our thinking, that's focused. It's the exact same principle. So as a leader, we have to clearly create a vision that employees accept and value. As an aspiring leader, it's our job to continue to take that vision forward. We want to create value and engagement along with engaging employees who are more likely to resonate with the vision rather than fight against the vision. We want people to resonate with us. We want people to connect with us. We don't want to have to fight and battle with the vision. Well, these 4 steps are going to help to ensure that that happens, that they do resonate with the vision. The same works for us individually in our own individual practice. If there's something that you agree with, regardless as to where you are on the organizational structure, if there's something that you agree with, you're more likely to advocate with it. You're more likely to roll with it as opposed to give more resistance towards it, to fight against it, right? Exact same principle. Step number 2 is you must have the right tools for the engagement. You must have the right tools. Remember, we're talking all about vision plus collaboration for the win. So I have to have the right tools. So by the right tools, I actually am speaking to both voice and video conferencing, because if I'm going to be a collaborative leader, I have to make it easy for my team to be able to collaborate. Even if you're not at the head of the team and you're an aspiring leader, this is still something that you can bring to your team lead as a suggestion to make collaborating together, to make meeting together even easier. So video and voice conferencing, that's literally the go-to tool in today's society, right? Everyone is looking in that regard, excuse me. It's a great way to save time, to save gas, mileage. Mileage is now 54.5 cents a mile. That's the going rate for 2018. As a leader, I'm always looking for cost-saving opportunities. So if I can change that meeting to be a voice or video conference style meeting, absolutely I'm going to do so, because that's going to save me money. And it's all about saving money, right? So you have to keep in mind, though, that it still doesn't replace the ultimate face-to-face. So even though, like, for example, we're on a video conference right now, you're chimed into this webinar, it's great, I'm able to connect with you, but it would not replace us sitting down and just having a cup of coffee together and connecting, right? So do still keep that in mind. I want to tell you a story about an instance in which I was actually invited to a one-day conference in China. A one-day conference in China. Now, wow, talk about a powerful experience to be able to go halfway around the world for this one-day conference. But would that be the best use of my funds that the company to send me to this conference? So even as a leader, I still have to be cognizant as to how, yes, I can connect with information. Yes, I can connect with people, but to do so responsibly. So again, face-to-face is great, but a video conference is also a great option when it comes to saving money. And here are a few that I really like. Well, first and foremost, it's going to be Crowdcast. I'm on the Crowdcast platform right now. If you're watching, you can watch the replay. It's great to be able to interact with people. I can ask polls. I can do call to action. I can look at my analytics, all of these wonderful things, right? I can even do a chat. Well, a lot of these video conferencing tools have the exact same capability. Another one that I like is Zoom. Zoom is really easy as well. Of course, Google, you've got to have a Google Hangout or Google Chat, and then finally GoToMeeting. The great thing about all of these, and granted, this is just like the very top of the list, because these are ones that I personally like, but the great thing about these GoToMeetings, these video conferencing meeting tools, is that you can use them on your phone. You can use them on any one of your smart devices. You don't necessarily have to be tethered to your computer. And so in today's society, as we're moving and shaking, I can't tell you how many conference calls I probably take in the car. It's this exact same principle. You can be virtual and really connect with someone from any place. So keep in mind, you still have to think about the restrictions that come with using software like this, because it could go down to the number of participants, the cost, but it's a great way to begin and maintain collaboration and a collaborative dialogue and share your vision with a larger group in an easier style. Number 3, honesty. Oops, excuse me, getting ahead of myself. Number 3, innovate. You are the boss. You are the boss. So when you are the boss, you have excellent vision, of course, right? Don't you have excellent vision? Well, here's a litmus test for you. Your vision may be aspirational and future focused, but does it have a thread of innovation? Your vision may be aspirational and future focused, but does it have a thread of innovation? That's the test. So think about it and think about past jobs that you've had, past transitions that you've made. I know for myself personally, what the organization was committed to as far as innovation was concerned was always something I was really curious about and wanted to be able to tap into. Could that have been one of the reasons that you left a past career, because they weren't connecting to the innovation you were hoping for? Could your voice have not been heard at the table? Employees need to be able to see, your team members need to be able to see that the organization is capable of world-class innovation. The organization has to be capable of world-class innovation, and that they're more likely to run with your vision, to run with the idea, with the project, whatever the case may be, if they've had a voice as a part of it. Now, granted, yes, this is everything, and every decision can't be made by consensus, but when you can include your team as a part of the process, it's only going to help you for the win. Step number 4, and this is our final step as we are talking about our topic today, connecting visions plus collaboration for the win. And step number 4 is honesty is the best medicine. Honesty is the best medicine. Most will agree trust can be earned, but it can quickly be lost in an instant. Trust can be earned, but quickly lost in an instant. Well, the same rings true for working in leadership. You have to continuously refortify the trust with the people that you're working with, the team that you're leading, the organization that you're running, wherever your level is that you're coming in. It's your responsibility to ensure that you're continuously putting things in place to build trust. We can't simply speak in sound bites. You can't speak in sound bites to your team members, to the individuals who are trusting you to really help push them to the next level. Why can't we speak in sound bites? Because folks can feel manipulated, plain and simple. There's no other way I can put it. And who likes to feel manipulated? No one likes to feel that they've been taken advantage of. No one likes that feeling. I know I don't. And leaders need to not only be trustworthy, but demonstrate that they are willing to speak the truth, even when they don't come out ahead. So back many, many moons ago, I was once upon a time a school principal. And as a school principal, I made some huge mistakes. It's just a part of us. All of us are dealing with human nature, right? None of us are perfect. None of us shall be perfect until we get to heaven. And so we're going to make mistakes. The difference is when we make these mistakes, are we willing to admit to them? Are we willing to admit to the mistakes? And we're willing to make that admission to the mistakes. I have to be honest, when I would stand before my staff and say, hey guys, I missed the mark on that one. I'm sorry, I apologize. There's nothing wrong with apologizing to your team. It does not show you as a sign of a weak leader. Instead, it shows you as a sign of a connected leader to your team, that you're listening to what they have to say, that you're observing the interaction that's happening, and that you're trying to make it better. And so you can actually build trust that way by sharing the bad news along with the good when difficulties occur. Share both. Share the bad with the good when difficulties occur. It's not enough to just continue forward in the same vein and think, oh, they don't really care. You know, it's going to be all right. They don't care that much. No, actually they do. So what does the research say? According to the research in a recent study conducted by Ning Lee of the University of Iowa, a single person, one, I want you to hear me on this, the power of one, a single person going the extra mile. They call them your extra milers. That's that staff person that, you know, comes in early, leaves late, always willing to take the chance, always willing to take the risk and take the lead on the next big project. That single person going the extra mile, this staff person who frequently goes the extra mile, frequently goes above and beyond their role, can actually drive a team's performance more than if all of the other team members were working combined. Wow, that's really powerful. And so think about that the next time you're considering on who to partner with in your organization. Think about that. I'd much rather partner with somebody willing to go the extra mile, collaborate with them, because I know we're going to get the job done, and we're going to get the job done well, and we're going to get the job done effectively. So those are the key things I consider. So just a real quick recap. Here are the 4 steps for connecting vision and collaboration for the win. Step number 1, say I do to engagement. Step number 2, have the right tools. The tools connect to technology. Step number 3, innovate. And step number 4, honesty is the best medicine. So, from the classroom to the boardroom, in short, successful teams commit to process. And while not all decisions within an organization are determined by consensus, as you know, consensus is the one thing you can do today from the classroom to the boardroom. That's the one thing you can turn around and do today. You can offer consensus. Start small. If you're a control freak, start small. Where do y'all want to go to lunch today? Do you want a coffee or tea? Start small and then ripple it out, move to bigger opportunities for consensus. Start with a dialogue through a brain burst. It can even be a dialogue about how to show consensus with you and your team. Pick a designated topic or an idea and build all around that. So this is how you do it. Ask questions, listen, and act. Ask questions, listen, and act. It's not enough to just have the dialogue and then let it die on the table. You think you can do that today? So here's your point of practice. And our point of practice today comes from Booker T. Washington. And Booker T. Washington was an American educator, author, orator, and advisor to the presidents of the United States between 1890 and 1915. He's actually considered a dominant leader in the African American community. As you know, Black History Month is coming up, so we might as well get started early. He is best known for the founding of Tuskegee Normal and Industrial Institute, which is now called Tuskegee University. So all my fellow HBCU alum out there, this one's for you. And Booker T. Washington says, if you want to help yourself, you have to if you want to lift yourself up, lift up someone else. Let me say that one more time. If you want to lift yourself up, lift up someone else. Wow, isn't that powerful? That's all what collaboration is about. I'm so excited that you would take the time to join me on today. I'm so excited that you would take the time to invest in yourself. And so now for today's drawing, again, you were asked to use the hashtag Dr. Lacey Live. And I ask that you continue to do that. And if you're interested in joining me for a one-day seminar, absolutely free, all around VIP, right? All around VIP, an action guide for leaders. It's a one-day seminar, absolutely free. If you're in the Milwaukee area and you're interested, please send me a DM. Send me a message and let me know, Dr. Lacey, I want to come. And that's our giveaway for today. If you're interested, you can also drop me an email at info@drlacey.com. Remember, that's info@drlacy.com, as I'd love to have you come and be my guest. In addition to that, if you have additional topics you'd really like me to take a look at, I've already received from another lady leader who's interested in learning more about courage. Send me a message, as I love to do the research for you, and be sure and sign up for my newsletter, because I make offers on the newsletter that you can't get anywhere else. And it's a great way to continue the conversation ahead. Next week's topic is lifting the heavy load. lifting the heavy load. I do hope that you will plan to join me at that time and stay connected by following me at drlacey.com on all the social media platforms, as I love to connect with you. As always, from process to practice, grab your stilettos and let's go. All right, guys.